of like Cypher PK making this video. But Fortnite, we need to talk, and we really need to talk. Like, and I mean like not Fortnite. Tim Sweeney, the CEO of Epic, has been ruining Fortnite the past 2 days. He has really turned every single Fortnite fan that exists currently against him because of his actions. And honestly, I do not blame anyone currently. I feel everyone going against Tim Sweeney and hating on him and calling for him to be fired is very justifiable. I'm gonna be completely honest. It is very understandable that everybody is going against Tim Sweeney right now because the things that he's doing is very stupid. First of all, let me just do this. The first thing that happened, V-Bucks prices got V-Bucks that you get got decreased, and that made a lot of people mad, including me. I was really like, why? Why did they do this? This is so pointless and stupid. But it's because they can't pay the bills over at Epic Games because Tim Sweeney makes some of the most poor money choices I've ever seen a gaming industry make. Okay, sorry, I locked in for a second. Anyways, but like he's just like he doesn't know how to make smart money choices, and he's genuinely just killing his game doing that. Because V-Bucks prices has increased, people are rioting against V-Bucks saying they're not gonna buy V-Bucks anymore. Honestly, I don't blame them. I'm honestly gonna probably spend less money than I normally do on Fortnite because of this whole situation going on. And my final straw that put the nail in the coffin happened yesterday, I'm pretty sure. Tim Sweeney fired over 1,000 employees because he cannot pay his employees. And they were some of the most important employees at Fortnite, some that I don't think the game can live without. I'm gonna be honest. My condolences go out to all those employees affected. They're still getting pay. He's trying to make the situation sound better by still paying them. But that's not gonna help anything, Tim. You have enraged the whole community in the past 2 weeks with your decisions, and it's just coming to a straw. For finally, it's hit me, and the only reason I'm really hurt about this is just because all of the important developers that were there, all of the developers that have been there since Save the World, there were I don't know how many developers that have been there either since the start of Battle Royale or the like Save the World development. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but one of the most important developers over at Fortnite, keeping the game running. He would fix all the bugs and everything. A dude that you would never expect to be fired. A dude that you'd be like, oh yeah, if they ever fire him, it's because like they have to. Like he retires. No, they flat out fired him for no reason. They just said, hey, you're fired. And they did this to over 1,000 employees. Now I'll tell you all one that I'm really worried about and the community is really worried about. And if they did fire this guy, I'm genuinely gonna like go on some crazy stuff and start protesting in game. They fired the hold on before I get to him. I just want to say they fired holy loadout, but they fired the dude that was responsible for bringing the OG storyline back. And was responsible for the return of the Seven this chapter, all that jazz. The dude that is probably the most loved man in this community right now because by all the storyline fans because he brought back the OG Chapter 2 OG Donald Mustard storyline, and then Tim Sweeney fires him like it's nothing. Again, Tim Sweeney, this dude was just loved by the whole community because of his decision just a few days ago. His decision to bring back. Now, obviously, there's a blueprint. He obviously isn't just going to make a storyline and do it himself every single season. There's probably a blueprint for the rest of the chapter. I'm going to be honest. But the fact that the likelihood that they execute this plan, or the likelihood that we do this and then we go back to never seeing the storyline again is very unlikely, I'm gonna be honest. that very likely we're never going to see the storyline return, and that these 7 will permanently be gone. But the dude that got fired, Teddy Twins, is the dude that the whole community is worried about. And honestly, if he gets fired, I'm honestly just gonna like be in complete utter shock. This dude talks to the community more than anyone does over at Epic Games. All before the launch of the season, this dude was active all over social media, talking to the community, interacting with the community, telling them stuff about the new season, and he has been complete radio silent, and it's making honestly me really worried because I really like this guy and the whole community in general, just really worried. And all this is because Tim can't pay the bills, by the way. And I'll tell you all the main reason why he can't pay the bills. We have been getting so many BS, just terrible collabs that don't even make sense in Fortnite. Maybe 2 people in the whole of the community want this collab, and they're adding it like the whole community is like, yes, please, please add this. They're not adding collabs that we want. They're adding collabs that they're wasting money on, and that doesn't get to go to the employees, meaning he has to fire those employees. And also, it's to all these creative mats. This has been an issue since, you know, the creative UEFN came out. They started paying a crap ton of money for people to make simple games in creative. This has all just been happening, and it's kind of ridiculous because like combined, probably one map is making more than half of what maybe half of the employees at Epic Games were making. He was probably making a yearly salary of a Epic Games employee, maybe starting job, you know, like you're not really that important, you're just got a starting off job. They probably make more in a month than what they make in a year. The normal employees, the really important employees, are probably getting paid a third of what UEFN creators are getting paid in a year. It's just because he's spending so much money on still a brain rot, the stupid stuff. Like, yes, that is a good way for Fortnite to grow, is focus on this metaverse stuff and creative, but just making it the whole center around the game, like he has with this metaverse game mode, like with Rocket Racing, Ballistic, and Battle Stage. Now, first of all, I'm gonna tell y'all why you gotta shut those down and nobody plays them anymore, is because you don't update the games. If you update the games, have a few developers that will work on it, shoot, get some creative developers. Team Gojo, ran by Typical Gamer, Mustard Plays, the brother of Donald Mustard, one of the most loved dude in the Fortnite community. There's so many people that you could just be like, here, you know, we don't have enough people. To support the creation of this game. We're going to send this off to you. You're going to be able to do this. You're going to have to report back to us first before you drop anything, of course. But like, I feel like that would just be a really easy way to save these game modes. I've already seen Team Gojo actually put in a thing for Ballistic, saying that they will purchase Ballistic and work on Ballistic and keep Ballistic alive and not get it removed. Now, Battle Stage, I'm going to be honest, remove it. There's a few players who play it, but I would rather just play Fortnite Festival than Battle Stage. Yes, it's really sad to see for the actual people who play it, but it's just not also my type of game mode. But removing Rocket Racing, there is a crowd of people that enjoy Rocket Racing. There is a crowd of people that enjoy Ballistic. And you're just going to remove that game mode like it's nothing. Another thing with game modes in general too is that there's a bunch of game modes that have like been released throughout Fortnite's history, like Imposters. Imposters is one of the most, if not the most loved game modes that Fortnite has ever released. It came out in like 2020, 2021, I don't remember. But whenever it came out, it was just loved by the community. I don't remember seeing a single person talking down on it. I was on it all the time. Always begging my Battle Royale buddies to go hop on and play it, but they never would because they were Battle Royale warriors. But like, they could just bring back stuff that the community wants, and boom, then you have good game modes that the community actually wants. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, people that want those game modes are people that want those game modes. Like me, I would love to see Imposter return in the future, or you could actually make game modes that people want and not random game modes. Like Rocket Racing is fun. I honestly like played it a little bit whenever it came out, but of course you don't update. Rocket Racing hasn't received an update in probably over a year, so no wonder it's dead. Epic, no wonder. But one more thing I want to say before I'm out of here. Another thing is that if you gotta pay the bills, Tim Sweeney, you have so many, and I mean so, so, so many collab skins that you can return and make back a crap ton of money. I'm talking probably millions. If Tim Sweeney was to email Travis Scott and be like, hey man, you know, your skin hasn't been back in the item shop in over 6 years. We gotta pay the bills. We'll give you like 2%. We'll give you a good percent, 15% of the money of the skin that returns. If you let him return, Travis Scott will be like, yeah, I'm down. You know what? Whatever, sure. And then boom, Epic Games, you just made millions of dollars off the Travis Scott skin. And if you're smart with your money making choices, meaning you, after you give Travis Scott, you'll still have millions of dollars. It's not like you're gonna lose everything in a matter of giving it to Travis Scott. So Epic, there's so many ways that you can solve these financial issues, and I mean so many ways. And honestly, if he continues with this, if the storyline goes back to crap, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna quit the game. The storyline is one of my favorite features about Fortnite. I enjoy it so much, and just to see it come back and die out again would be my final straw. And I hope that these Epic employees that did get fired get justice sooner or later, because nobody deserves just to go out like that, I'm gonna be honest. Just randomly get told that you're getting fired while being one of the most important people to a gaming company is one of the most stupidest things ever. But anyways, everyone, that's a little rant. Cypher PK style video, Fortnite we need to talk at. But everyone, until the next video, it's been me, I'm Geeked. Let me know your opinions about this whole situation down below. I'll try to reply to y'all if y'all actually do. I probably will. I never get comments anyways. So everyone, with that, it's been me. I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye. Hold on, I gotta hit a little emote.